And though we're starting off with the big announcement today, mask and social distancing mandates no longer in effect for North Carolinians who are fully vaccinated against the virus.
Yeah, so Governor Roy Cooper has also lifted capacity limits for businesses. He says vaccinations, along with lower hospitalizations and new cases, helped get us here.
Yes, indeed. The new news comes one day after the CDC lifted its national mask guideline mandate and 437 days after North Carolina reported its first COVID case. The governor says he wanted to give state health leaders time to fully digest the new CDC recommendations before making an announcement.
WXII 12's Justin Schreier joins us live from 4th Street in downtown Winston-Salem. And Justin, you spoke to a restaurant and brewery tonight, so what is their reaction to today's big news?
Hey, Christine, good evening. The bars are packed here on 4th Street, as well as many of the restaurants and breweries throughout the downtown and throughout the city, many of which have adjusted to this new normal. At Wise Man Brewing Company, this sign is the first to greet you as you walk through the doors. Masks required for unvaccinated people, just hours after Governor Roy Cooper ended most statewide mask requirements and all social distancing mandates.
We really encourage everyone to come out and enjoy a cold beer with us. And if you're vaccinated, great. If you're not, please wear a mask. And we really appreciate it. And I know our patrons do.
Dan Rosso, the taproom manager at Wise Man, says people who are vaccinated are free to move around the taproom without masks, while those who are unvaccinated are asked to wear masks inside to order and while they are moving around the taproom until they sit down or step outside.
It is based on trust, and we really hope that people who are unvaccinated are honest with us.
Rosso says it is an exciting time for everyone. He says over the coming weeks they will be gradually working on adding more seating outside and even bar service. He says even though the majority of his staff is vaccinated, they will be required to wear masks. Just a few blocks down the road at Mojito Latin Soul Food, restaurant owners Michael and Michelle Mian say their expectations for customers are slightly different.
If they want to wear a mask, by all means. If they don't want to wear a mask and they're vaccinated, for sure, how about it?
The Mian say their staff, though, is expected to mask up unless they are fully vaccinated, as they too will begin adding more tables.
We just want people to feel as comfortable as we can make them feel.
Back at Wise Man, customers say they also share the excitement as North Carolina and the country move into the next phase.
We're vaccinated, so we're not really concerned about catching COVID. So I think it's really exciting for us to be able to go out and not have to worry about our mask.
Now, it's important to note that businesses can still mandate whether people are supposed to wear a mask in their establishment or not. That will be left up to the business owner. Live in downtown Winston-Salem tonight, Justin Schreier, WXII 12 News.
Justin, thank you. A reminder, more and more people are going to be going back to their favorite restaurants, but a lot of places are still dealing with a shortage in workers. Plan to have to wait a little bit longer for tables and service and try to be patient with the staff. Everyone's doing the best they can. Masks will still be required for some people in some settings. That includes public transportation, healthcare settings like a hospital, a nursing home, or a doctor's office. Masks will still need to be worn at correctional facilities as well, along with homeless shelters, child care facilities, schools, and summer camps.
And some children still have to wear masks in indoor public settings because anyone under the age of 12 is still not eligible for a COVID-19 vaccine. DHHS Secretary Dr. Mandy Cohen says she's heard from a lot of concerned parents since the CDC's guidance came out yesterday. Now, she's a mother to a 6- and 9-year-old and offered up this advice.
And as a parent, it's really hard for my kids to understand, well, Mom, why aren't you wearing a mask? And I need to wear a mask because I don't have a vaccine. So you are likely going to see me wear a mask when I'm with my kids to show that we're in this as a family and that they can understand that they are wearing masks because they are still unvaccinated.
Vaccine studies for younger children are ongoing with results possibly by early fall. Local infectious disease expert Dr. Christopher Ohl saying today that he's concerned unvaccinated people are going to take advantage of today's announcement and ditch the mask. The new state recommendation is for the unvaccinated to wear masks in all indoor settings. Governor Cooper says it comes down to personal responsibility and urges people to get vaccinated.
Even though we have had mandates in place in a number of areas, a lot of what we have done has relied on the personal responsibility of people and of businesses. Today, this order just increases that personal responsibility.
The governor says the stronger variants of the coronavirus strain put the unvaccinated at even more risk of becoming infected. Dr. Cohen says that the agency is planning to roll out vaccine incentives. Several states have been recently rolling out efforts to get more people vaccinated. Ohio, for example, has started a lottery where if you get a COVID-19 shot, you'll get a shot at $1 million jackpot or a free ride to a state university. Now, there's no word on what North Carolina's incentives might be.
Our local minor league baseball teams say today's news is fantastic. The Greensboro Grasshoppers cut the zip ties off of their seats today, which were in place to show fans where they were and were not allowed to sit for social distancing purposes. If you are vaccinated, you do not need a mask at First National Bank Field. GM and team president Donald Moore says he's surprised these restrictions kicked in so early in the new season.
You can actually see people smile. Before, you had to try to read their eyes and figure if they were smiling or not. So without masks and, you can see people and converse with them so much easier. And it seems to be a real upbeat mood with folks that are here. And, it's kind of exciting that something that we took for granted forever now is a big thing.
The Hoppers are in town through Sunday. Donald Moore says he's already seeing an uptick in sales for tomorrow night's game. Winston-Salem Dash Team President C.J. Johnson says the team has lifted its mask requirement and spacing restrictions at Truist Stadium as well. They will be at 100% capacity when the ball club returns to town May 25th. Charlotte Motor Speedway is also lifting capacity restrictions and the mask mandate for all events this month. That includes the 4-Wide Nationals Drag Race Series this weekend and the Coke 600 NASCAR Cup Series race over Memorial Day weekend. And speaking of racing, a lot of people have been wondering about how these changes may impact plans at Bowman Gray Stadium in Winston-Salem. Spokesperson for the racetrack tells us their season opener, the Hayes Jewelers 200, is still on. It is June 5th.